Hi there, I'm Elizabeth from Living Vibrantly, and this is my review of the Let's Get Up dance workout program from Beachbody and Shaun T. And before I start, I have to give my usual disclaimers because on every video there's someone that says, of course you're going to say you love this program, you're a Beachbody coach. Yes, I am, and you're right, I love all Beachbody workouts, pretty much. That's why I'm a coach with this company. I believe in what they offer. But this video is really meant to help you decide if you want to try this program or not, and also if you're thinking about a Beachbody On Demand membership, if this might be one program that makes you want to get into it versus another option. And then the other disclaimer, there's always a comment that says this video is too long, and my videos are for people who appreciate detail. So you can see the length of the video on the little timestamp. So if you're looking for a video that's 1 minute or less, you can go and find that, but that is not this one. So now that we know what we are getting into, let's get into it. So Let's Get Up is a new dance-based fitness program from Shaun T. You might know him as the guy who created Insanity. But he actually, before that, was the guy who created Hip Hop Abs. So his background is as a dancer. Rockin' Body is another one of his older dance-based workout programs. And then he had one called Size. So we have been around the Shaun T dance workout block before, but this one is something new and different, and it was really a lot of fun. So if you have tried his old programs, they just keep getting better and better, is really how I feel about it. Like, Hip Hop Abs and Rockin' Body were fun. Size was more fun, and this is even more fun than that, honestly. The virtual boot camp that I offered with this program was called Find Your Joy, and that is really, that just captures the essence of this program. It's about finding joy in movement, feeling joy in your body. The program is filmed outdoors in Hawaii, so it's bright sunshine with the beach in the background and like people on vacation walking by in the back, and all the dancers are wearing really bright colors, and it is just about impossible not to be happy when you are looking at that scene. And then on top of that, you got music and you got dance. As far as what style of dance, one of the coolest things about this program that I kind of wasn't expecting was it really has all different styles of dance. So there was Latin dance. There was like a cabaret Edith Piaf sounding song. Like, I don't know who it actually was, but it was that, like, yeah, that one French song, car commercial. It sounded kind of like that. There's pop. There's Latin. R&B, the kind of usual suspects, but there was like show tunes, hard rock. Everything was so different. Every session was so different from all the other ones. And then the dance moves reflected that somewhat, like the Latin song had a little more like salsa, bachata, merengue style moves, but it's not like specific style of dance within each song. Then the hard rock song had these like playing the guitar. It's just fun. And it does match the music somewhat, but not like if you did Size, that had like long stretches of choreography where you're learning a whole phrase that goes together. This program is modular, 8 counts at a time. And then you do something different. So you practice that 8 counts over and over and over to learn it. And then you move on to the next 8 counts. You practice that over and over and over to learn it. You eventually learn, I think it's a 32 count block. And then you go, maybe it's 64. But then, so you would learn one block, and then you go and you learn a second block the same way. Then you got your 2 blocks, and you repeated them a lot, so you know them. Then you have the Insanity portion, which is what makes this program really different. It's 3 minutes, and you would not believe how, first of all, your heart rate skyrockets, but then because of that, it keeps your heart rate elevated throughout the whole second half of the session. And my calorie burn in these 30-minute workouts was, like most other types of workouts, I would have to work out for an hour to get that burn. So it's not all about the calories, but it is a measure of how hard you're working. And I thought that was really unique in this program. So you learn the dance in 2 blocks. You have 3 minutes of insanity, which is like high intensity cardio, if you don't know what that is. Jumping jacks, different like fast feet kinds of movement, agility movement. There's some jumping, but there is a low impact modifier. So you do your 3 minutes of insanity. It's called the moment of insanity. And then you put together the 2 dance blocks and do them one after the other. And you repeat it all the way through several times. And then you're done. That is the whole workout. So, dance workouts. Actually, one more thing I'm going to say about that before we move on. There's also what's called the cameo. So that's a small inset video screen at the lower right. I don't know if I'm mirrored. Lower right corner, whichever side is right. Your lower right corner of your screen. So you'll see Shaun T and the dancers on the big screen. Beautiful Hawaii in the background. Your cameo is at the lower right. It's a small screen with one dancer, and she is 8 counts ahead. So you always, if you forget what's coming next, you can always just look at her. And she only appears when the move is about to change. So that's also a visual cue, like, hey, there's something here to pay attention to. And what I would find with size, if I would forget the choreography, I would just stop. It's with Shaun T's Last Dance program. You end up stopping and starting so much that it really affects your heart rate. You don't get as good of a workout. You're just not moving as much. So I found that cameo feature really effective to let you stay moving the whole time. And if you feel like you're not a dancer, and if it's super frustrating, where you're like, oh, I just can't remember the dance, this is the solution to that. So if you have felt that way and you decided that dance workouts weren't for you for that reason, you got to try this. There is a sample workout. I think we have the link. We'll have it in the description, so you'll be able to try it out. And then the last fun feature is there's a shareable moment. So it's like a 15-second clip that you can share on Instagram or TikTok. Shaun T shows you how to do it. You film yourself, and you can tag your friends who are doing the program with you if you want to. It's not required, but it's a fun way to build a little more community and social aspect to it. And we do have a virtual boot camp too, so you would get to meet the other participants in that, and you can tag me, tag them, but you get to go through it with other people who are doing the same program, and that's really nice too, because even if you just have a question like, I didn't quite get this move, and what am I supposed to be doing? You have people you can ask. Where I think if you're just doing the video on your own, not as part of a community, it can be a little just lonely. So it's a 4-week program. It's 30 minutes a day plus warm up and cool down. So the total video length is 35 minutes. The schedule is 6 days a week. Now what I did, actually, I stretched it out over 6 weeks. So you're allowed to amend the calendar, but the calendar is 4 weeks. And he has you dancing 4 days a week, and then 2 strength training days and 1 rest day. Each and every dance session is different. So you have 24 dance sessions, 24 distinct different dance sessions. And then you have, it's actually 4 strength training sessions. So you do Tuesday, Thursday, week 1, and then Tuesday, Thursday, week 2. Those are all different, but then you start to repeat. So week 1 and week 3 are the same. Week 2 and week 4 are the same with the strength training sessions, not with the dance sessions. Anyway, the strength sessions really, I think, are essentially weighted cardio. You're moving so fast that you can't go super heavy. If you're doing this kind of movement, you want to keep the weights pretty light, or you're going to tear a rotator cuff. So it's that kind of thing. And that's part of my role as a coach, is to help you choose your weights correctly for the movements. So that would be something you could ask me if you're not sure. But just the pace of the strength training is a little more of a weighted cardio approach, but you're still building some nice muscle, especially in arms and shoulders. And then all of the dancing and the leg movements really work the core, and probably the insanity works your leg strength even more than the strength days, to be honest. But dance works your legs too, especially the calves. So anyway, oh yes, there's no floor ab work at all throughout this whole program. So all of the core work for the program is mostly within the dance sessions. and, insanity, strength training somewhat, but it's all those like core moves, like, you're not gonna be able to see this, but the kind of, there's a name for it. I'm blanking out on what that movement is called, but just different, pelvic tilts and high knees kind of movements, kind of twisting knee raises, any movement like kind of arching back, all of those are working your core in different ways. So this program will definitely tone your core without doing a single crunch, without having to get up and down from the floor. And for that reason, I think it's actually a really nice program for beginners, because, if you're getting into fitness for the first time, getting back to fitness, you might struggle with mobility, and getting up and down from the floor can be a challenge, and that can be discouraging when the workout's moving on and you're like, hold on, like I need more time to get down there. So we don't have to get up and down in this program. And the other thing about it, it's mostly low impact. And then any moves that are not, like the insanity portion, or if there are ever dance moves that are, a deeper squat or a little bit of jump, that kind of thing, there's a modifier clearly visible on screen the whole time that's going to be showing modifications for all of that. So you can do the entire program completely low impact very easily. And then, of course, if you have additional different physical needs, that's what I'm here for as your coach, to help you out with that and figure out how to modify the program so it works for you. In addition to what I mentioned with the 24 dance sessions and then the 4 resistance training sessions, there are an additional 4 add-on strength sessions, and those are 10 minutes each. So if you want an extra challenge, you could add those on at the end of any of your workouts. You could do it once a week. You could do it up to 4 times a week. I mean, you could do it as often as you want, but I'm saying there are 4 sessions. So you could put one of those strength sessions after each dance session if you just want something a little more challenging. I think I went through enough information about how each workout is structured and what kinds of dancing is involved. It's low impact, appropriate for beginners. I think we have covered the bases. If you still have questions, you can leave a comment on this video or reach out to me over email, and I would be happy to talk more with you. Otherwise, go and hit subscribe if you want to see some samples of this workout being published, and if you want to see my reviews of upcoming Beachbody workouts, other products and releases, as well as general tips for wellness, nutrition, body positivity, and a healthy lifestyle. Thanks for watching.